Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Silly P. It's Wednesday, it's the 15th of March, we've got 22 plus new mods because we've got a couple of packs of bits of equipment. I just want to reiterate again, having got my channel back from the hackers and all the recent debacle and problems. If you were subscribed to my channel, you may not be anymore. Please go and check and hit that subscribe button. If you aren't subscribed to my channel at all, jump on there and hit that subscribe button. For some reason, in my account being recovered, a lot of people have been unsubscribed, so just jump on there and check. That'll be absolutely amazing. Updates today, we've got the map Antigonia by ManTruck29. That does say a new save game is recommended. The map Hillaby Creek by GLmods says a new save game is required. The map The Plantation by GLmods says a new save game is required. We've got the Agco Vario 1000 US series by CustomModding, the German Grain Mill by Taker LS and Normandy, the TMR Mixing Station by Happy Mole, the Fieldwork Fill Station by GMNG Joy, the Field Shed Package by Bionagra, and the Open Garage by Mafokri. They have all had updates. As I said, we have got 22 plus mods. It seemed like a lot setting it all up. In front of me, we've got the package of small items. This by, I always say BarT, but it's probably BarT, isn't it? It's just with a capital T. I'll still say BarT because the T is capital. 26.81 megabytes download. These are 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s on the slot count for the items. We've got 2 dog kennels, which are 6 slots each, but you can only place 1. I'll just jump over here and feed the dog. Fill the bowl, the dog should come back. As you can see, we've got a selection of various different things, washing lines and gas canisters. We've got IBCs, we've got some outside dunnies which can be opened, scarecrow, and then we've got a whole load of water points. Now the water points, they are 3 slots up to 8 slots. And those you'll find under containers, under build mode and containers. So first slot, decoration, build mode decoration. The kennels are under animals, under dogs, and the water things are under build mode and tools. And like I said, the slot counts do vary. The prices aren't too bad on them either. If we go along to our decoration, go to others. So we're starting at, I think they're all 50? Yeah, pretty much all 50 for the placeables there. The animals, if we go along to our others, 300 each for the dog kennels. Like I say, you can only place 1 at a time, but that's the other one. And then if we go along to our buildings, along to containers, and we've got a whole range there. 1,500 being the most expensive, 1,000, 1,500, 1,200, oh, 2,000 there for the well 2 with roof. It does charge you when you get water from any of these wells. I did try the end ones here and it did charge me for water, so something to be aware of. That's the package of small items by BarT, potentially. But, oh, before I forget, moving on, I just want to do a massive shout out. I'm going to do a shout out on my next Let's Play, but to Wordas92 in Australia, thank you so much. To Robert, thank you, absolutely massive, can't think enough. And to Sander, thank you very much. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for your generosity. There's a whole list of other people I want to thank, and I will do that on a separate video. So next we've got over here, this is the small single family house. This is by Daniel X321. It's 5.03 megabytes download, 17 slots on console, 40,000 to buy. You'll find it under build mode and farmhouses. We've got a wardrobe trigger there. We've got a sleep trigger here. You can't go inside the building. It comes as it is. 40 grand, build mode, farmhouses. That's the small single family house by Daniel X321. Next we've got these. This is the Iron Gate, or Iron Gates. This is by GLmods. It is 2.11 megabytes download. These are 3 slots each. We've got a single gate and a double gate, depending on which way round you place them. So if you place them with the hinges on the back, it will open away from you. If you place it with the hinges towards you, it will open towards you. Build mode, decoration, and fences. 2,500 for the single and 5,000 for the double iron gates. That's by, I'm going to say GL, is that GL or GC? Again, handwriting. No, it's GLmods. I was right the first time. By GLmods. Behind that, we've got this. This is the small Hörmann Storage 20 by 10. This is by Filip plajer. I would say plajer player. 54, 0.59 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, 50,000 to buy. Under build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. Small door at the front. Well, it depends. Could be the back. Depends where you put it. Door either side. We do have a light switch. Oh, either end actually. You can turn our shed lights on or off. Nicely made. A new building storage shed by Hörmann. Build mode sheds, 50 grand to buy. Next to that, we've got these. This is the storage tunnel EasySheds. This is by Blacksheep modding. They are 2.6, wrong one, I've got a lot on the list today. 2.63 megabytes download, 5 slots each. We've got 6,000 for the open tunnel without doors, and we've got 9 grand. It was 9 grand, wasn't it? Yep, 9 grand for the one with the doors. If we go into it, we've got turn on and off shed lights. For some reason, I've got a bit of a lip here on the ground where I set things up, and it didn't auto level the ground. Just be aware of that. You might need to level your ground. I'm not quite sure. I've had this lip for a while here, so I put grass over it, but it didn't auto level. Now that could be something that was previously placed that's causing it, so you may need to just double check that. And then we've got opening doors. Same thing. We go inside, and it gives you the option to turn on or off shed lights. And we've got doors at the other end as well. Storage tunnel EasySheds by Blacksheep modding. Build mode and sheds is where you find them. Moving on from there, we have got the garage with a silo. This is by Mr. Grucha. Just going to double check it. Yeah, Mr. Grucha. It is 15.47 megabytes download, 37 slots on console, 50,000 to buy, lots of information, 150,000 litre capacity, but it does standard crop types. It doesn't do, it's not a multi-fruit silo. Really nicely made, nicely designed. Nice sound effects. What we have got here is the light switch, very nicely labelled for idiots like me. We come over to the end here, we've got fold ladder, which puts the ladder out and you can go up into the hayloft. What I like is the detail for this, because of the style of silo it is. It says, couldn't go any slower, could we? Come on. Oh, there earlier. There we go. So you've got all the stuff, it's like it's been shoveled up here. It's been brought up through the pipe, it's been shoveled out the way for your storage. I like that, because often you get these silos and it sort of just vanishes into nowhere. So that's a pretty cool option. Now we do have this section here, so this is where you put into the silo. This is where you take out of the silo, the hole in the roof just there. But if you want to use this parking bay here, we can come over to this point here, fold the blower, and it will put the blower away, and we can open and close that door. So you can put something in there, whether it's just for storage or a vehicle, whatever you want. Then when you want to get your blower back for putting everything back into it, just to unfold blower. It takes a little while, don't panic, it will come back. There you go. Build mode, silos, just there, 50 grand, slot count will come down to 2. Like I say, standard crop types, 150,000 litre capacity, very nice indeed. The garage with silo by Mr. Grucha. Next we've got this selection of Rustic Stables pack. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR modding Sir. We've got 6.88 megabytes down now. We've got one for pigs, we've got one for sheep, and we've got one for chickens. The pigs one is 15 slots, 15,000 to buy, and it will hold 270 pigs. Dialogue box is just there. Hang on a minute. 20? Am I losing my mind here? Just double check something. Animals. Pigs. Oh. Holds 20 pigs. Sheep does 20 and the chickens does 120. Sorry, that's my fault. I think when I put the pigs one in, I was obviously putting it in. I was looking at that one, but was putting in that one. Apologies for that. It holds 20 pigs, not 270. But it's still 15 grand to buy. While we're in here, might as well get the other one. The sheep one, 10 grand to buy. The sheep one will hold 20, as we've just seen. 10 slots, 10 grand. And then the chickens is £6 to buy. That was 8 slots, and we'll hold 120. That's better. So yeah, we can open the gate there if we want to. Your feed point and straw bedding point is just here. They do require water. Your slurry point is just around the side there. If you want manure, you have to place a manure heap because obviously there is bedding in there. With the sheep, we've got a dialogue box just here, and the gate does open with this one as well. Feed goes into here, water goes into there. It's all very nicely labelled, and your wall pallets will spawn out to the side just there. Then with the chickens, dialogue box, food trough, egg pallets will spawn just there. We got there in the end. The Rustic Stables pack by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sir. Next we've got this. This is the Old Stone Cowshed by BarT V3. 8.78 megabytes download. 20 slots on console. It will hold 15 cows. It's quite small, but it's actually quite nice. I think it would fit on certain maps. It would work really well. This is 20,000 to buy. Under build mode, animals and cows. It's that one out there on the end. 20 grand. Slot count will come down to 1. Dialogue box is just there for our 15. Slurry point is just there. Again, you'll need a manure heap if you're going to put manure in. Milk point is there. The doors do open. It's really nicely detailed. I mean, the brickwork, it looks like three-dimensional brickwork. It's really, really nicely done. The doors do open. We can go in, and we do have turn off the lights. We can turn the lights on and off. And we can go up here into the little hayloft storage if you want to. Those cows are always there. They're just kind of fixed in place. So your feed and bedding trigger is both in the same place, just here. That's the Old Stone Cowshed by BarT V3. Next up, we're over here. This is the Loose Housing for Cows. This is by Siralex. I think it's Siralex. Let's see if I can get this one right. This is absolutely massive. I went to place it thinking, oh, loose housing. I thought it was just a barn initially because it did say for beef, and I thought, oh, okay. It takes up quite a bit of space, I'm not going to lie. 16.38 megabytes download. It will take 75 cows, 20 slots, 180,000 to buy. Again, build mode animals. You probably just saw it because we just buy it. Under our cows, that one just there. Slot count will come down to 1, but 180 grand. You can see the footprint it takes up. So you've got the actual building itself, you've got the pasture, fenced in pasture just there, and you've got your slurry pit. That all comes as part of the whole shebang, so to speak. The dialogue box is just there. We can open and close the gate if we want to go in there. If we might want to cut the grass or something, I don't know, you might not want to. The feed trigger and bedding trigger were just here. Again, if you want manure, you have to place a manure heap. Slurry pit is just there for slurry, and your milk point is just here. So let me... Oh, there we go. Now, I didn't find... Oh, there it is. I didn't find the light switch. There we go. Light switch found. I say it's quite a big thing, but very nice. Very nicely made. Very nicely detailed. 75 cows. It will take the Loose Housing for Cows by Siralex. Next we have got... I think we've got them here. Don't need that. We've got this on the front. This is the 2,600 kilogram weight by BlackTiger. 2.8 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. There's quite a few different options on this. You can have it completely plain. You can have it with reflective stripes, different manufacturers, reflectors on it, fire extinguisher, lights of different sizes. If I just jump in and start it up, turn the lights on. If you've got a tractor with particularly poor lighting, those lights on the front, pretty cool. You can raise... Oh no, wrong one. Let's go to the front. We can raise and lower it. There's no option for tilting on this one, just raise and lower of the weight as you would do with a sort of standard weight. You'll find it. And the tools and weights just there, the 2,600 kilogram AGCO weight. So standard comes just like that. We come up with AGCO logo, class, Deutzfahr, Fendt, John Deere, Valtra. Back to standard again. Let's leave on Valtra for the time being. We've got warning signs, yes or no. Lights, we've got small, big, medium. Interesting orders to them. Regardless, those are the choices for your lights. Reflectors, this puts them on the side. We've got yellow or red or no. Let's go with yellow. Fire extinguisher, we've got a large fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher small or no. I think I went with that one. Then we've got reflector stripes, no. Hang on. Red on the side, white on the front, or white and red. So you can have the whole thing plastered in stuff. Then we've got the upper connector for the 3-point link. We can have it at different heights, different sizes. 550, 580, 600, 630, back to 550. Main colour, anything on that palette. And there's a whole load of metallics and all sorts of options to choose from. Oh, that was it. Don't know what other option I thought I was looking for. There you go. That's the 2,600 kilogram weight by BlackTiger. On the back of that, actually we'll go to this next, we've got the Lizard NS or M5? NS Alpin. This by AgrarDesignAustria. 4.47 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 2.8 meters wide. This is a weeder with seeder attachment, so you can put cover crop in if you want to with this. It will do grass, oilseed radish and canola. I don't have weeds running on my test map, but it is a weeder. You will find it under, weirdly though, not under weeders. It's under grassland care. If we go to there, that's where you'll find it. So if you've been looking for it under weeders, it's there instead. But it does say grass rollers and weeders improve the yield of your grass field. 200 litres of seed is what it will take. 50 horsepower required. There's no options available. You just get it like that. We had a slightly wider one recently. I think it was by AgrarDesignAustria, wasn't it? I'm just swinging it around to show you. We're sat on grass at the moment. We can open the cover and we can change our cover crop from grass to oilseed radish to canola and back in. Close cover. Yeah, that's not much else to that one really. Quite straightforward. The Lizard NS Alpin by AgrarDesignAustria. On this tractor we've got these. This is the Lizard T057. This is by JMZ and Kermit. 1.35 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. It is a front or rear attach container. We've got different capacities that we can have it on for loading or unloading and feeding. Got total mix ration in there, which is quite handy. Or you can have it in its bale configuration with straps to put a bale in, or bales. Small ones, large, whatever you want to put in there. Or you could probably put logs in there as well and strap those down, or anything else that you think you might want to strap down in the front of the container. You will find this under miscellaneous. Just there, only 800 to buy. Slot count will come down from 2 to 1. Options on this, we've got capacity 500 litres, 700 litres or 900 litres, or bale trailer. I've got that and that. Under bale trailer it comes automatically with tension straps. On the capacity ones it doesn't have tension straps. Main colour, anything on that palette does the bottom section. Design colour does the top section. Next design colour does the rear mounting section and the bottom little bits it stands on. Those are your options. Now we can raise, lower and tilt these, so we can lift it and switch the rear one, we can lift it, go back to the front one. We've got the option for tilt, forward and backward, raise and lower manually, and the same on the back if I switch to the back one. This one, tension straps on or off, we can do as well. If I swing around to the back on this one, we have got some unload options on this one. So if you have got something in it, 900 litres of total mixed ration, for example, if I switch to the back, we can go tip side back or tip side back 2. Tip side back and unload. We'll tip it and do that. Tip side back 2. We'll do that. Same thing, we've got the option for tilt, raise, lower. Now something I have, oh no, because you can't open it. I was saying we can unload it, but we can't manually open it. So I thought, oh, I wonder if you could. We had some of these way back when, FS17, where you could lower them down and use it as a bucket almost. But there you go. The Lizard T057 by JMZ and Kermit. Next we have got, oh yeah, over here we've got the Lizard ST2000 by qwertyPL. This is a slurry or digestate spreader. 9.49 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 4 meters wide it will spread to. It looks great. It's not huge. It's not a large capacity or anything on this, but for small farms, small fields, that kind of stuff, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely wondrous. And the slurry tanks right on the very end, the ST2000. It's only £5 grand, 25 horsepower required, 2,200 litre tank. That's all. Like I say, 4 metre spread width. Options on this: we've got Lizard or BKT on the tyres. BKT doesn't have an option. Lizard has a standard and a standard 2. We've then got covers. Now this is around the front on this section here. So it covers 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 1 again. So if you want covers on or off. We've got warning triangle, yes or no. That's on the back, just there. We've got reflectors. 1, put some on the mud guards. 2, put some on the sides of the chassis. 3, put some on both or off. Main colour does the chassis. Let's go with green. Design colour does the tank, and design colour 3 does the pipes or pipe. And then we've got rim colour, anything on that palette. That's it. So let's hook up, start it up. I have got slurry in this one, digestate in the next one. We can activate double application rate if we want to get our slurry or fertiliser down in one go. I said 4 metre spread width. It does the job. Lighting and indicators on it as well. Very nice. That's the Lizard ST2000 by qwertyPL. Next we've got the Kotte Garant VE8000 by Arek. 5.16 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This will spread to 9 meters. So another slurry tank. I'll do the operation of it first, and then we'll have a look at the options and stuff on it. Nicely detailed, nicely made. Lighting, indicators. Spreading side to side out to 9 meters. It will do slurry or digestate. So you can activate double application rate on that one as well if you wish. Same place, you probably just saw it while we were looking at it. 23 grand for this one, 85 horsepower required, 8,000 litre tank. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborg, we've got standard and wide. Wide 2, back. Michelin, no option. BKT, standard and wide. Vredestein, standard wide and wide 2. Back to Trelleborg again. Decals, we can have red or white. That will be if you want to change the main colour. At the moment it's on galvanised, but if you want to change it for something else, then the logo will stand out a bit better. We can still keep it on that if you want to. It's up to you. Depends what colour you pick. The pipe stays on green no matter what you do, and then we've got the option to change the rim colour, which at the moment on silver. There is a chrome, and then there's the selection of everything else on that palette, and a license plate option on there too. That's the Kotte Garant VE8000 by Arek. Next, actually we'll do these next, I think. We've got 2 of the same manufacturer by the same modder. These are the Solace Spander AP12000H. 10.22 megabytes download, as you can see here. 10.22 megabytes download, 9 slots on console with a 36 metre spread for fertiliser and a 12 metre spread for lime. On this particular one, this is fertiliser spread, and over there in the background we've got the Sollus Bazuka 25.0, 13.01 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. That's an auger wagon. Well, it's an auger wagon for taking your grain, seed, that kind of stuff, fertiliser. These are made by Sollus and JDModding. So the first one under fertiliser spreaders, 36 grand, 6,000 litre tank. We've got the option of Trelleborg or BKT. Now BKT gives you those nice chunky tyres, but it adds 10 grand onto the price. That's the only option on that. And then if we go up from there to our auger wagons, second one in the Bazuka 25.0, 70 grand, 25,000 litre capacity. Will take your standard crop types plus your seed and fertiliser, as most auger wagons do. And we have a standard seed tube, or we've got the grain tube grains. If you want that, that does move. It's a little bit like a fire extinguisher sort of thing. Main colour, we've got red or we've got stainless steel. Those are the options on the Bazuka 25.0. So actually, let's have a look at it first, shall we? Now, this does have the option to widen the track, and we can raise and lower the ladder on this one. It takes quite a while for the track of this to adjust. But we have got the option to open and close cover, like so. And L1 and right stick side to side, you'll see it's quite slow. But I suppose realistically it would be. It wouldn't be belting open and close really fast. So if you want a little bit more stability on hillsides and that kind of stuff, we can widen the track. And then under R1 and right stick side to side, we can raise the ladder out of the way so we don't hit it on anything. And then if we turn this on, you'll see 36 metre spread width for the fertiliser. If there was lime in this, it would spread to 12 metres. This does not have the option for adjusting the spread width, so we can't bring it down from 36 metres in increments. It just spreads at 36 metres. Those are our options on it. So that's the Spander AP12000H. Then we've got the Bazuka 25.0. Open and close cover. I've got a bit of seed in there at the moment, it's not full. But what we can do is pipe out, which does that bit automatically. Now if I go over a sell point or something now, that will automatically start unloading. But if I go that one, L1, and right stick side to side, we can adjust the nozzle. So if you are putting seed or fertiliser into a seeder or a fertiliser spreader and you've got a fairly narrow slot, narrow position for putting it into, that will work very nicely. Pipe in, cover on. That's the Solace Bazuka 25.0 by Sollus and Connect Modding. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the John Deere 1210A. This is by SleutjesModding. 4.6 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. You will find it under trailers, but it is technically an auger wagon. It will take the regular crop types plus seed and fertiliser, so it is an auger wagon. But it does have, I'm going to check this, I think it has a belly dump for this as well, because it gives you 2 options for unloading. I have to say, it's very cool. I like the design of it and, you know, the choices we get with it. So like I said, you won't find it under auger wagons, but you will find it under trailers. We scroll across till we get to it. There we go. 6,500. 350 horsepower required. That's quite a lot, considering, I mean, the price of it's not bad at all. We've got a couple of options, 10,500 or 14,500 litre capacity, but that's a lot of horsepower, probably to run the auger, I guess, on it. So we've got configuration original, or with wooden extension, so it takes them from 10,500 to 14,500. We've got wheel brand, we've got Continental, BKT. BKT just as that. Continental, we've got standard, or we've got the double tyres. We've got transmission cover, original or used without cover. That takes 200 off the price, so if you want it without the cover you can. Then we've got main colours. We've got a used John Deere green and an old John Deere green. That doesn't reduce the price if you'd use the old colours. Then we've got design colour, which does the cover. I just went for blue, like an old tarp or something thrown on the top, but you know, whatever you want for your cover on the top. And then rim colour, we've got John Deere yellow, or we have got black. So if we jump in here, we can open cover like so. We can change our tip side from tip side pipe to tip side grain door. If I do tip side grain door, it should. Oh, that's interesting. It's not giving me the option to unload. Maybe I need to open the pipe out first. L1 and right stick side to side. We'll do the pipe. There we go. Nice sound effect on that. Don't think we've got any other option other than open and close. There's no. So can we unload now? Why is that not giving me the option to unload? Maybe let's go over a sell point. If I go to tip side pipe though, unload here. I haven't got enough horsepower. Bear with me. It's running, but it's this Saying at least 350, I thought I'd be fine with this, but just because I'm going to run an auger, but it's not. Let's try that again, shall we? Unload here. Well, this should have enough horsepower. That's interesting. Why is that not unloading? We may have a problem here. That's interesting. Maybe it has to be over something. I wasn't anticipating there'd been a problem with this one. Let's go to the sell point, see if we can do anything here. Tip side grain door, start overloading. There we go. So it had to be over a sell point or into a silo. So we can't unload from the bottom. Let's change tip side pipe. Swing it around, see if it'll unload. Maybe it's got to be over something which it won't just unload onto the ground. Yep, there we go. Oh, it's still not unloaded from the pipe. Not liking the pipe at all. It's got a great sound effect. Okay. Maybe that will get an update. Potentially. That's the John Deere 1210A by SleutjesModding. Moving on, we've got these. This is the DPW 1800 Bale Autoload by Weekend Farmers and Amarok 10. 4.13 megabytes download, 4 slots each on console. These do 20 to 30 bales. So when I say 4 slots each, there are 2. There's an easy version and there's a pro version. I'll explain the difference between the two. There is a downside to this. Unlike most autoload trailers, I say most, yeah, I guess most autoload trailers, you have to specify on this one what bales it's going to do. So a lot of autoload trailers will do any bale size as long as all the bales you're putting on are the same size. These ones you have to actually specify when you get it, or at a workstation or workshop or repair trigger or whatever, what you want them to be. So you can switch it, but it will only do that at that particular time. It will make more sense when we go and have a look at it. If we go to bale loaders is where you'll find them, just here. So the DPW 1800 Easy and the Pro. So if we click on this, no, we've got no autoload, so standard trailer. 30 square bales 180s, 24 square bales 220s or 240s, 28 rounds at 125, 24 rounds at 150, 20 rounds at 180, or no autoload. So you have to specify what size square bales, what size round bales you're going to be putting on it. We've got Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, of Vredestein, BKT, Continental, back again. Under BKT, we've got standard and standard 2. The others are just as they are. We've got design standard or with creels, extensions on the end. We've got beacon light, yes or no. I think it's on the back. Work light, yes or no. That puts work lights on the back as well. And then we can change the rim colour, change anything on that palette. And license plate option on there too. So the difference between the two is this. Options are exactly the same on the Pro. On the Easy one, we can auto load and we can auto unload as most auto load trailers do. With the Pro, it has auto load function, but you have to manually load. So if you want to clear your fields manually, I do quite like doing that sometimes. If your bale stacking's not that great, but you still want to simulate manually clearing a field with a bale loader or forks or whatever, you can pick it up with forks, whatever you're using, take it to the trailer, and then the trailer will load them into a neat stack. You can't drive past bales and auto pick them up. So it's kind of somewhere between the two, between auto load and manual. It's quite a nice option to have. And like I said, I suppose it depends how you look at it, whether you think it's a downside or not about picking the bales. So at the moment, this one is the full easy operating position. Loads up my bales, 30 square bales, 100% full. When we come to unload on this one, L1 right stick up and down, side to side, we'll do that, those functions. R1 right stick up and down, side to side, we'll do those functions. L1 R1, we can do that, and we can go forwards and backwards. So we have got a load of options here for unloading. If I put them to the ground and unload here, No, it didn't want to know, did it? Unload bales here. Oh, there we go. Unload bales here. So for your loading and unloading, we can do it like that. If we switch over to the Pro version, start the engine up. I've got this one set to round bales. If I put it into operating position, that's not supposed to do that. Did I have it too close? That's weird. I didn't think it was supposed to do that. Well, that last one it's not going to pick up for some reason. No, that's weird. Why did it do the first ones but not that? But now I've got no option under unload bales. I can't unload them like the other one did. If I unload bales, it will unload them onto the trailer. I can't move them to unload them like an auto load. That's odd. That wasn't supposed to do that. Although for some reason that last one it hasn't done. But because I've got it on operating position, what should happen, what was supposed to happen with the rest of them, if I grab something with forks or whatever, like I've got here the big bag handler, whatever you might be using, if I pick up my bale manually and then put it onto the trailer, it should take it. Which is now not going to. What is happening? This worked perfectly when I tested it. No, it doesn't want to know. Hang on, try that again. I didn't have operating position on. Oh. But then like I say, you can't unload this with auto load like the other one, with all the various different functions for lifting them, moving them, twisting them. You can't do that. I can't take them off of this. Unload bales here, so they're now on that trailer. I can't unfortunately unload them with the big bag handler because it grabs the trailer as well. So you'd have to use forks or something. I mean, like I say, it's just the difference between complete auto load or somewhere between manual and, yeah, so it's grabbing the whole trailer. But there you go. Engine off. That's the DPW 1800 Bale Auto Load by Weekend Farmers and Amarok 10. Now we start moving on to, we've got 4 tractors today to be having a look at. They're all very lovely. I have to say, they are. The options on them are amazing. Got a couple of little niggles, I'll be honest. Nothing major. But they are all very cool looking tractors today. So, first up, we've got this. This is the Case IH Magnum 7200 Pro Series by JensM. It's 28.13 megabytes download, 19 slots on console. Like I said, it looks fantastic. And we've had a few different modded versions of these, but this has got a few bells and whistles added in and a few options and choices. I'm not going to read out, like I've said before, this is under medium tractors, all of the tyre choices. 97 grand for the base model. We can have 170 horsepower, 192, 214, 228, 239, 246, 261 or 306 horsepower for the 7250 Pro tuned. That's not bad going, is it? I'm sure these ones only used to go up to 273 or 276. Or was it 261? Anyway, regardless, yeah, 306 horsepower. So we got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, back again. Under Trelleborg we have got Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, just those options, no narrows or narrow twins on that one. Vredestein, Nokian, back to Trelleborg. We've got Pro decal on or off, so if you don't want the Pro decal, you just want it as a sort of standard case, you can if you want to. We've got beacon lights, no, 1, 2, roto bar, or rotor bar large. We've got a light bar 600, 1200, 1800. That's your strobe units. I think I went for that. We've got additional lights, so you've got a small LED bar down the front, large LED bar at the top, or both, We'll get to that in a minute. Default window tints. Window decals. So we've got on the side windows a case logo. Front and side case logo. We can have it in white, which I think I went for. Interior accessories. We've got a carpet. We've got a table with a cup on it. Table and carpet or no. I went with that. Exhaust default. Chrome. Chrome 2. Fenders with or without. Front loader attacher. Quick. Hauer. MX. None. Main colour. Anything on that palette. Design colour. Now design colour is if you have gone for, where are we? Front loader attacher. Front loader attacher. So design colour is for the front loader attacher. Rim colour. Anything on that palette. And a license plate option on there too. So my niggle is the fact that the LED bars, the light bars, don't work. When I used to have my side panel, when the side panel worked on console, on PS5, you had the option for high beam, and you could put high beam on and it would work brilliantly. If I go through my light options, it does all of that and then off. Those LEDs don't come on at all. Strobe I can put on, so it'll do the strobe light, no problem at all, but the LED bars aren't working. I've tried all different options on console. Like I say, when I used to have my side panel, Satec side panel, that used to work, no problem at all. But it's not working at the moment. Horn, lights, beacons, depending on which option you've gone for, the rotor bar or the strobes. We have got L1, R1 and right stick up and down. We'll do the rear window, but that's the only thing that opens, no doors or windows that open on it. I do like it with the narrow twins. I guess that case sticker is in the way a little bit. I've gone for the white one. If you had the black one, that'd be even worse for your visibility. But interior of the cab, nicely detailed. It does sound good as well. There we go. That's the case IH Magnum 7200, 7250, 7200 Pro Series by JensM. Next we've got this. This is the Case IH Puma South American series by JDModding Argentina, I think it is. 26.85 megabytes download, 15 slots on console. A few different tyre choices on this one. This is also under medium tractors. That one just there, 179 grand for the base model. We've got the Puma 190. We've got 183 horsepower, 197, 213, 234, 250, 270, or back to 183. We've then got wheel brands, Michelin, Trelleborg, Mitas, Continental, back to Michelin. And these are our tyre choices. Trelleborg, Mitas, Continental, back to Michelin again, and there's a license plate option on there too. That was a little bit easier. Hop in, start her up. There's quite a bit of movement on this one as well, a little bit of rock in the cab as well, which I quite like. Horn, lights, beacons. We have got under L1, R1 left stick side to side, does the left door. Right stick side to side, swivels the chair. Right stick up and down does the back window. From inside, so at the moment I'm sitting like that. You can rotate our chair. And on the same stick do the window, so as you can see it's the old joystick situation. Interior is very nice. There you go. The Case IH Puma South American series by JDModding Arg. Next we've got the SleutjesModding. The SleutjesModding series 3. This is by Bale 2003. It only comes in this green, unfortunately. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Mississippi green. It's quite bright, it's quite vibrant. When we had that Pink Panther one that came out a while ago, I I thought, well, maybe you'll get a red option just to tone it down a little bit, but that's how it comes. I mean, it looks, you're not going to miss it, are you? Coming down the road or in a field or any conditions at all, you're not going to miss it. There you go, the eye of the Steiger. You're welcome. You'll find this under large tractors. Did I say what this was? 12.95 megabytes download, 12 slots on console. Under large tractors. 100 grand for 470 horsepower. Now, it doesn't have a front 3-point link, and it does just have a rear trailer hitch. This just doesn't have an option for a rear 3-point link. So it is good horsepower for the price, absolutely. So if you just want to pull stuff that most articulated tractors do, a lot of them do come with 3-point links now, but it's not a bad price for the horsepower, in all honesty. We've got the option of Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Nokian, Vredestein, back to Lizard. So we've got those two options on the Lizards. Trelleborg, Michelin. That's interesting. Got twin wheels and twin wheels 2, which are triples. BKT, Nokians, Vredestein, back to Lizards. Then we got a 1977 to 1980, 1980 to 82 are the two options you've got available there. That's just for the decals, doesn't change anything on horsepower or anything like that. Then we've got oversized sign, yes or no, that puts it on the front and on the rear, just there. Beacon lights, yes or no. Glass, standard or strong tint, license plate option. Those are your choices. Hop in, start it up. It only goes at 15 miles an hour. But like I said, if you're looking for a bit of oomph, a bit of horsepower for not a bad price. What is interesting with this one, let's turn the lights on. So you've got that old sort of yellowed lighting on it, which I quite like as well. Beacon on the top, but from inside, when you accelerate and change gear, look at it from outside, look what I do when I'm driving. So I lean forward to change gear, up the gears until we get up to 15 miles an hour. Right, now look inside when we do this. So as we change gear, we lean forward. I'm not going to lie, after a little while it makes you feel quite sick. Stop again. Just change it all the way down. And go again. I mean, it's realistic. I mean, that's the great thing about it. It works really well. And there you go. That's the QwertyPL Series 3 by Bale 2003. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. I told you there was quite a lot. 22 mods. It's quite a lot. It just seems like a lot more. So finally, we have got the Fendt 400 Vario TMS by Musagra, 30.34 megabytes download, 26 slots on console. This is a really nice looking tractor as well, with a few options on it. I do like the twins on it. It's just a chunky, solid little bit of kit, and it looks great, sounds great. Let's have a look at it. This you'll find under small tractors. 78 grand for the base model. We've got 115, 125, 135, 145, 155 horsepower, being the highest horsepower it goes to, 155. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, back to Trelleborg. Under Trelleborg we have got Michelin, Mitas, hang on, yeah, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, back to Trelleborg. Exhaust cover original or chrome exhaust, and then we've got the option to go for the design line, which changes the grille colour to the light silver. Front parts, we've got no. We've got spring holder, hood guard, or no. Hood detail, well, that takes the little Fendt logo off of the design line if you don't want it on there. We've got beacon lights, left design 1, right design 1, both design 1, design 2, left, right, both off. Steering knob, yes or no, if you want a steering knob on there, you can have a steering knob. Carpet, yes or no. Inside, we've got no front hydraulic, hydraulic without PTO, with PTO, off, front loader attacher, quick, Hauer, Fendt, or off. I'll put that one on. Main colour, anything on that palette, I've gone for the petrol blue, but there's the darker green and orange and reds and whatever. Fendt white if you want that on there. Design colour, if you've gone for the spring attach on the front, you can change the colour of that on the front or the hood protector. Rim colour, any one of those. So if you've gone for example, that one, let's go with that, which is quite nice too, and a license plate option on there as well. So we're already running. L1 and right stick side to side. Does the rear window, nice sound effects as well. Up and down. Does the front window. L1 and R1, left stick side to side, does the sunroof. Right stick side to side, does the left door. Up and down, does the right door. Which has just reminded me of a sound effect which I'm going to show you now while we're driving it. Interior, really nicely detailed, really nicely designed. And it's a sound effect to do with the DPW trailer. I've just remembered, when you attach and detach, it does the airlines. I meant to show it and I forgot. When you detach from the DPW trailer, it does the same thing as well. Let's detach that. There we go. And that's it for the mods for Wednesday the 15th of March. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.